and today we're settling a friendly continental rivalry with boiling water and steam. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Chronicles and Cocktails. I'm Josue, the spirited historian, and today we are in my kitchen and I have two pots going on here. You know why? Because today we're going to talk about a friendly culinary rivalry in Hispanic America. These pasteles come from people who have mastered the craft. My mission is simple: heat them with respect. And tamales, if you've ever watched them being made, you know steam, it's not just heat. It's the breath of a very old tradition. As these pots warm up, so do their stories. There's a corn based, ritual based, civilization food. Corn wasn't just a crop, it was identity. Whether Maya or Mexico, tamales fed armies, feasts, markets, and gods. Pasteles are younger, born in the Caribbean, but built into Taíno foundations. Bartolomé de las Casas, in his Historia de las Indias, recorded that the Taíno diet included yuca, batata, and yautía. And Gonzalo Fernandez de Oviedo described leaf-wrapped root dishes. In Iberian trade records, shows that plantains arrived in the Caribbean after 1516, and all kinds of banana, we call them guineo, only because the bananas from Guinea were the ones arriving on the island, and probably one of the favorites. That's why they wanted to make the distinction. Guinea, guineo. Banana from Guinea, they would call them guineo. And that's how in Puerto Rico we call bananas guineos. So the pastel becomes a perfect Caribbean fusion. Taino starches, African technique, Spanish seasoning, wrapped in a leaf, shaped by 500 years of evolution. Okay, so look at the tamal. It's firm, it's structured, maize from a world older than Rome. And Look at the pastel de yuca, which is my favorite, of course. Steamy, rich, aromatic, Caribbean history in a leaf. The tamal is earthy, ancient, and flavor carved out of stone and corn. And you taste the pastel and it's aromatic, layered, and a migration, memory, sofrito, all in one bite. Their cousins, the tamales, are the elder scholar of Mesoamerica, and pasteles are the rebellious Caribbean artists. Back in the day, every Puerto Rican family had a secret recipe, la receta de la abuela, the one nobody wrote down because eso se aprende a ojo, nene. And if you think it's simple, you've clearly never grated root vegetables for 4 straight hours, maybe even more. That is a labor intensive job. So, traditional pasteles use a masa made of green plantains, not banana, plus yautía, and sometimes yuca. You grate everything by hand. You season pork with adobo, sofrito, olives, capers, achiote, and you rub the banana leaves, tie it, and boil it. Not steam. They were made by the hundreds during the Christmas season, and those who had refrigeration froze them all the way to Lent and even further than that. But the families that didn't have refrigeration would have to make them almost every week. And it took the whole family, the grater, the mixer, the spoon, the wrapper, the tire, even the kid who wiped the banana leaf. Today, very few families still make them. So you have to order from La Señora de los Pasteles, the lady of the pasteles, sometimes 2 or 3 weeks in advance because La Señora de los Pasteles are like accountant during tax season. They're busy throughout. Okay, and the ones that I made today are pasteles de yuca. And I still remember when I first had pasteles de yuca for the first time. One time we visited my dad, and those were the ones that he had. Pasteles de yuca with the pork meat inside. The lady that he used to get them from made the best pasteles de yuca, and nobody makes them like her. But we had some pasteles de yuca, and those are the ones that we made today. You know why? Because they are my favorite. I like yuca better than traditional masa. And if you add a little pique to it, whether from ají caballero or chiraza, even better. And yes, I put ketchup on my pasteles. All right, a little bit of history, but I'm gonna try not to get away from this because this subject can get out of control. Some historians say that pasteles may have roots in Venezuelan hallacas, brought by immigrants who settled in the mountains of Utuado, Lares, Orocovis, and all the central mountain region. So let's compare them. The hallaca is made of corn masa, a little bit like the tamal. They have a meat guiso, like the pastel, and they add olives, raisins, and capers, like the pastel. They wrap them in banana leaves, like the pastel, but they are steamed, like the tamal. But listen, this is not the hallaca episode. I'm not starting a culinary world war before Christmas. We acknowledge the theory and step away slowly. Corn husks let tamales firm up. Banana leaves trap moisture, perfume, and color. Two plants, two worlds, two identities. People compare them because they are wrapped and labor intensive. But flavor wise, nothing alike. Tamales are made of corn and they are firmed and structured. Pasteles are made from root vegetables, silky, aromatic. This is Mesoamerica versus the Caribbean. Okay, who wins? I mean, nobody wins. Everybody wins. Food shouldn't fight. Food remembers. Tamales tell the story of Mesoamerica, and pasteles? They tell the story of the Caribbean. And both deserve a place on the holiday table. All right, so tell me, how do you eat your pasteles and how do you eat your tamales? Do you put anything else to the pasteles or the tamales? In Puerto Rico, There is a very dangerous war going on forever. Those who put ketchup on the pasteles versus those that do not. Do you put ketchup on your pasteles? I'm going to tell you right now, I do. Yes, I'm not going to deny it. I put ketchup on the pasteles, but I also add pique, whether it's homemade pique or shirasa or cholula even. I like spicy hot with the sweetness of the ketchup on my pasteles. That's right. I said it. And for my friends in Mexico or my Mexican friends, what can you put on the tamales? Do you put anything else on the tamales or you just eat them as is? So that is the big question. And before we go, remember there's another episode today, and that's the one about the turkey. Go check it out because that's the history of the turkey in Puerto Rico. And next Thursday, Thanksgiving. So I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. There's a lot to give thanks for. I'm Josue, the spirited historian. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great Sunday. I hope you have fun today. I know you got to start prepping for Thanksgiving dinner, or if you're traveling, I know you're probably going to leave tomorrow. But thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you enjoy some tamales today or pasteles. And if you have both, let me know. Send me a picture, put it in the comments. I wanna read all the comments. Thank you for watching. Have a great Sunday, very happy Sunday. Have fun, eat good, drink good, go to church, and enjoy your pasteles and tamales. I'll see you next Sunday. Happy Thanksgiving. Salud.